in both offensive and defensive rating. In the next 7 days, they will play 4 of their 8 home games in January. The Lakers have taken advantage of matchups against the lower half of the league, along with Milwaukee and Toronto. They're the only 3 teams who have gone undefeated against sub-500 teams so far this season. Lakers have won these 17 games by an average of almost 13 points. Tonight's opponent, the Phoenix Suns. They're 13-20 this year, only 3-12 against teams with winning records. The Suns hit a bit of a dark spot, losing 8 in a row in December. However, they bounced back to win their last 2 games, a nail-biter on the road against the Kings, and a 19-point comeback win on Monday over the Blazers. The Suns have no shortage of firepower on offense. Led by a duo of Devin Booker and Kelly Oubre Jr., the Suns are putting up just over 114 points per game. That's the 6th most in the NBA. So Lakers and Suns will tip off at 7:30 here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Game 34 of this season, game 1 of the new decade. Let's go back to Staples Center. Kirsten Watson is there with more. Happy New Year, Kirsten.
Happy New Year's, guys. How is everyone?
Fabulous.
Oh, good. Bless.
I love it. I'm happy I get to bring in the new year with you guys. And as you all know, it's a time to reflect on last year, set new goals and intentions, and it's the same for the Lakers. But for right now, they get to kind of see where they stand as a team. So here's more from LeBron and Frank Vogel.
Hey, Lakers fans. I think we've played some really good basketball, and we knew, and I personally knew, that December was going to be tough on us with all the road games that we have to play. The quality of teams that we were playing, I knew it was going to be tough. And we went through our little stretch of the 4-game losing streak. But to play it how we did the last 2 games against 2 playoff teams in Portland and in Dallas, I think we ended 2019 as far as the 19-20 season in a good position to continue to get better and play better basketball in January than we did in December.
I'm happy with where we're at. Hasn't been perfect, but it's been pretty good. And I think the last game was a microcosm of that. We take the number 1 team in the league offensively, hold them to 95 points, and watch the tape and realize that we could have been a lot better on the defensive end. And it's just a reason for optimism. That we still have a long way to go and a lot of room for improvement. And it's exciting what we can be.
Well, it's not just the halfway season just yet, but it is now that we're going into a new year. They are at 26-7 for this part of the season, and as Coach said, it's not been the best just yet, but they do have potential for growth and improvement as they look into 2020. Back to you guys.
That's right. Thanks so much, Kirsten. Ready for a little Access 360? Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Good times.
Good times, of course. You heard Frank Vogel just say that their defense was back in that win versus Dallas. Of course, it was back in the win versus Portland as well. Good things happening. You liked what you saw. You ready to show us a little Access 360 style?
Absolutely. Getting a little defensive.
You going to the wall?
Absolutely. I got to go.
Going to the wall.
Come on, man. It's that type of the year. Start 2020 off right. Shout out to your post-2020 vision. We'll show a little action right here. LeBron James going to receive the pass from Rondo. Shot clock going down. 1 leg, fade away. That's what we call a bomb on the offensive end of the floor, but he didn't settle. He still caught eye with the offensive player going downhill. Now, does this look similar? Big game. Check this out. We've seen this before.
Yes, we have.
The rundown block won a championship in Cleveland. Looking to do that here with the Los Angeles Lakers. And it turned into offense. Kyle Kuzma was able to go downhill and get an easy layup. Defense turned to offense. Now, this is the play I love right here. KCP is guarding Ken Bazemore. Left-handed guy. KYP, know your personnel. He's going right back to his left hand. He's going to try to go up. He did a remarkable job of slapping the ball down and coming up with the ball. Now, this is what I love, too. Look at Caruso. Anthony Davis making himself available. Showing hands. You see the tag down low. And then AD is still going to be able to get the deflection, get it out to Caruso, and then turn into some momentum on the offensive end of the floor again for us. KCP down, in the eye, 2-9 position, stand in the paint, baited him, playing possum, got that pass, and then turned it into offense. Caruso go coast to coast, lay it in. Look at Dwight Howard. He's waving. He's loving it. He's loving it. And that's good basketball right there.
How'd you know that was coming?
Oh, come on, man. I study my film.
2020 vision.
2020
I hear you.
vision.
Doing the bird.
Come on, man. Moore's Day action.
Doing the Bears.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but well done. Great
That was
breakdown.
well done.
James, the Lakers now give fans free tacos and home wins when they hold teams under 110 points, in case you didn't know. But like the old days when the Lakers hold opponents under 100, good things happen. They've done that 11 times this season, tied for most in the NBA. They've won all 11 of those games. Where is their defense right now versus where you think it could be at the end of the season come playoffs?
I think it's going to get better when they start to be more consistent and stop giving up, big quarters to other teams. And sometimes they have a low quarter, and that's just part of the nature of a season. It's still early. Lakers are still getting to know each other and play more together. And I think in about a month or so, you're going to see some consistent defense night in and night out.
Look, I agree with Big Game. They're getting on the string, and they're getting more and more familiar with one another on the defensive end of the floor and offensively. They know when to cut, when LeBron is looking for him, when he isn't. But also on the defensive end of the floor, if you know that somebody's going to drive and just automatically knowing that the rotation is going to be there, this will be tough.
The healthier they've gotten, the better their defense has gotten. With Bradley back, Kuzma back, they get more minutes together. The defense is proven it's gotten a little better.
You know what I love, too? They still have that intensity and the fire. During that 4-game win streak, AD said, we are just not where we should be, and it's on the defensive end of the floor, continuing to hold themselves accountable.
Big responsibility.
Yeah,
Starts there. The big news in the NBA, longtime commissioner David Stern has passed away, the result of a brain hemorrhage last month. In his 30 years as commissioner, Stern led the NBA through times of unprecedented growth and change. He's viewed by many as the greatest commissioner not only the NBA has seen, but perhaps of all major sports.
On behalf of the Lakers, offering our condolences to the Stern family. David Stern was just an instrumental a man in the development of our league, the globalization of our league. I think Adam Silver said it best. We're all beneficiaries of the work that he put in, and to grow our brand. And it's a heavy day for all of us.
One of the guys who saved the NBA, not along with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, but to his marketing, to his making it more global. Games that we play in China and London and overseas, and his idea, he's so legendary. He was definitely ahead of his time. But man, without the David Stern, this NBA would not be a billion-dollar business what it is. And so a lot of us everyone owes everything to David Stern.
Every time I thought NBA, I thought David Stern. And so when I was drafted, it was a special feeling being able to meet him. He was a celebrity and someone I always wanted to meet. And he just means everything to basketball to me. Like I said, he's a person that, brought, a lot of the change throughout the years to the game. The basketball changed while I was in the NBA. A lot of different things. What he was able to stand for while his time as commissioner. I can honestly say, he was a great leader, and I'm happy to say, I was part of a business with him.
Okay, Jeannie, just wanted to see if we could get your thoughts on the passing of Commissioner Stern. Your family, of course, goes so far back with David, and just wondered what your thoughts were.
It's a very sad day. David Stern was a great leader, a strategic thinker. He was committed to growing the NBA into the global powerhouse brand that it is today. He was also a very close friend of.
Now, LeBron James posted this, saying, I will never, ever forget when you called my name on stage and I shook your hand. My dream came true. Thank you for your commitment to the beautiful game of basketball that has changed so many young adult kids' lives. And more importantly, your vision to make our game become worldwide was a vision only you could make happen. You did just that, making our game the greatest sport in the world. It was an honor to know you personally. Rest in paradise, David Stern. My prayers go out to your family and friends throughout this difficult time. Kobe Bryant. The game changed in so many ways under David Stern's leadership and vision. He demanded the best of everyone because he gave it himself. #respect. Thank you, Commissioner. R.I.P. Magic Johnson put out this message saying for 30 years as NBA Commissioner, David grew the NBA to become one of the most popular leagues in the world with his revolutionary ideas. He took the NBA Finals from tape delay to